Today on Dolphin Hat Daily, we're talking about those weirdos at G.I. Joe. I'll get 'em.
Wow. How are you?
A lot better than now that we fixed our audio problems.
I tell you what, that is such a wonderful discovery that you made.
Fix my audio problems!
You didn't...
Get my audio problems fixed!
I don't know what to say.
Did I
to
do that voice right?
I think you did great on that.
You remember his voice though.
Yeah, I think you were. But maybe could you throw a little more hiss into it?
Yes! Yes! Isn't that kind of like? Oh, that was almost Gollum-ish.
Right.
Yes! Go get G.I. Joe and destroy him! Right?
Right. I mean, definitely. I think this guy's feeling it. He's like, I gotta go kill G.I. Joe. I gotta go.
I think he's gonna have a hard time like doing this. You know, he's like, hey, all right, G.I. Joe, let's fight each other.
Right. My hand, that's his trigger finger. It's like, you know. Let me see if I can pull this off here.
All right, let's see you get
All
that.
right. I want to go, my precious.
Kind of works. Kind of goes. You just think of
I'll
Gollum.
give that back to you.
All right, thank
That's
you.
super great.
All right, so G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe.
American hero.
G.I. Joe. I don't think G.I. Joe. Well, I wasn't a big G.I. Joe guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know,
What?
I wasn't a big G.I. I was more of like a Star Wars.
You were deprived?
I was deprived of the G.I. Joe. I mean, like, did I have some exposure to G.I. Joe? Yeah, of course. You know,
cartoon.
And I certainly watched the cartoon.
All the action figures.
I did not have all the
comic
action figures.
books.
You're a G.I. Joe guy.
I am a G.I. Joe guy, yes.
So here's my question for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got Cobra Commander, right?
Cobra Commander, yes.
Right. Silverhead guy.
Destro?
Destro with
Right.
the red.
Yeah,
collar.
It's cold. It's cold. He's got
It's cold.
when he's out on those.
Well, hey, if your face is made of metal, you probably do get pretty cold. You think
What's a
about it.
family mask? You know, you inherit that type of thing. Like growing up, he's not wearing the mask because like going to school, he's like, they're gonna call him Tin Head or something.
He's born that way. Maybe he was born that way. But
Well, I mean, normally there's a physical deformity that follows the mask.
Oh. This is a whole thing?
This is a whole thing.
Oh.
It's backstory.
Maybe you've heard of it.
There's a little bit of a hey. Yeah.
So there's a story behind G.I.
Right.
Joe. Do tell. Well, okay, so there's no character named G.I. Joe, though, right?
No, G.I. Joe is the name of the strike force.
Okay.
G.I.
All right.
Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, so when they're yelling, Yo, Joe.
It's like Semper Fi.
Okay, yeah, it's like, Yo, Joe.
Hopefully, I didn't insult anybody out there by saying that. It's like just my opinion.
So now if you're talking about leaders of, let's separate it. All right, we got to separate it. Okay. So you've got the G.I. Joe guys, right? The G.I. Joe force, right?
Right.
The greatest heroes, right? Duke. Scarlet.
She's really ugly.
It's a cartoon. Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes, great. So you have Snake Eyes. You've got.
Hold on. There's a guy with the little cap, and she's the bazooka. Is it bazooka?
Oh my gosh.
Ha! You don't know.
Oh wow.
You know the guy with the cap?
Yeah.
Bazooka guy. Bazooka Joe.
No, Bazooka Joe's bubblegum.
But he could be Bazooka Joe.
I will call him Bazooka Joe.
Bazooka Larry.
Bazooka
Bazooka
right,
Larry.
his cousin.
All right. Isn't there like a German Shepherd in there somewhere? Like a dog?
There may have been in the later years.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. Really limited here. All
I
right.
don't remember that. There was the guy that drove the
I remember Duke.
Ford.
I remember Scarlet. I remember Snake Eyes. He didn't even talk, did he?
No, Snake Eyes didn't talk. No.
Yeah, he just did like sign language or whatever.
Right.
Okay, so so those are the good guys. You got any more good guys that you can remember?
Oh, I'm sure there are. There are tons more, but I can't seem to remember.
What was the big clash point between these two forces. All right, so now let's go to the Cobra. Right,
Okay,
you
all
got
right.
Cobra, right? Cobra Commander, we've established this. You got Destro.
Very good impression. You've got him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Destro. Now, how did Destro didn't he have like a kind of a deeper voice or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of.
It's kind of like a radio.
Because Cobra Commander's
Right.
You know, right, that kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who else is in the bad guy?
Well, there was the chameleon guy that could turn into like anybody.
Do you have like a lizard face? Did all these guys have lizard faces? Is that why
No, no, he had a lizard face.
he had a lizard face? Okay, all right. Was it like an industrial accident? He fell into a vat
There
of
was,
chemicals.
some sort
did
of-
Batman push him?
I think he did. Batman made Cobra Commander.
Well,
yes.
well, actually, you know what? I had assumed that Mark Hamill did the voice of Cobra Commander, right? You remember we were talking about this before,
yeah.
but he didn't.
He didn't.
You know, just because I always kind of similarly put the Joker from the animated series
Yeah.
with the Cobra Commander kind of voice.
Yeah.
You know? All right, so here's the question for you, right? Here's the question for you. What's this all about? What are they fighting over?
Well, the Cobra Force wants to take over the entire world.
Cobra stands for what now? Calling no, or command.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Come
Actually, I
on,
have
man.
No idea.
Maybe we should have done a little bit
Little
more
more
work when we
research,
start
you're saying?
talking about
Yeah.
G.I. Joe. Right?
Yeah. Well, Cobra wants to take over the world. So G.I. Joe
So,
wants to like
really complex plot.
right wants to protect freedom, liberties,
Okay.
Constitution type of thing. Just throwing it out.
Yo,
there.
Joe.
Right. You know.
Yeah.
And,
I gotcha. I read you. I read you.
So like in that, there was a movie later on that came out. It was like explored the origins of the Cobra.
Was this like a live action movie?
No, it was an animated one
Okay.
where there was like snake people and there was, you know, and, yeah.
It's no longer
Right.
we want to take over the world.
It's-
It's like we've got snake people
You're right.
that want to
Yeah.
they
Well,
want to colonize the earth.
Well, and then there was
Oh, they copied V, is what you're saying.
Well, no, not
Yeah,
really.
you remember V?
Yeah, but V
those
was-
were lizard people.
But they're not snake people.
How do you know that that's not
Well,
Cobra
see-
Command?
What? See, the
Dude, you remember those big ships? Couldn't you just imagine like a little Cobra signal on one of those, like whatever? You know what I mean? You remember that? You remember when the little baby was born and like, oh, look at the little baby, got a little snake coming. You remember that?
Yeah,
When
I think
people were like spray painting V.
Well, they could be from yeah. Well, this almost looks like a V, right? You could say, but no, it's a Cobra. No.
I gotta say, this is a pretty slick looking little what do you want to call this? War vehicle, right?
Tank.
death vehicle.
A death vehicle.
Well, it's kind of like a mix between like you kind of got the World War I
Yeah.
set up here, but then you got like a real kind of like 80s kind of look to the top here. I think this is a pretty slick design. You know what I mean? Got the blasters up here. Got a guy like kind of piloting the ship here, and he's up here just getting down to
Yeah.
it.
So like this guy is the really unfortunate guy. He's like, okay, I'm going into battle with absolutely no cover.
What do you mean he's got a helmet? He's like, hey, G.I. Joe!
Right. I'm shooting at you from an elevated position, clearly out in the
And
open.
that bazooka guy, he's wearing a bright red outfit
Yeah.
too. You know what it's
Hello!
like? Hey, how can we make your outfit look like a target?
Right. You could put like little circles right over the chest. Oh look!
Oh, it's already there.
That's right.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always heard that about Batman. Batman would be like the dumbest outfit you could wear for like combat because you're like literally have a big white target right here. Like,
Over your
where
face,
the chin
yeah.
is, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's like right here. Just go ahead and hit him right here.
Hit me in the mouth right here.
Now, granted, Batman would have some serious kung fu moves to kind of evade. He's evading. I'm evading.
Is he kung fu-ish?
Of course he is.
So who would win between Batman and let's say
Cobra Commander? Well, Cobra Commander.
Commander was kind of a putz.
Well, yeah, they did kind of make him
He
out
was
to
Mr.
be like, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of dumb.
He'd probably like shoot something at him and run away or something. He'd be like, Destro! Go attack that guy! Well, he drives away in this thing, you just probably just throw the guy out and,
There was actually a part.
But finish your question. You're like, who is the fight between?
Oh, I was gonna say
Batman
there
and,
was a kung fu or Hong Kong. It was a guy.
Hong Kong Fooey?
Yeah, it was like there was a janitor, right? And then you'd go Hong Kong Phooey. Right? So who would win between him and Batman?
Well, that's just ridiculous.
I think it's a very valid point of view there. It's a thought-provoking question.
It's like, who's smaller, Inch High Private Eye or Ant-Man?
Well, Ant-Man would be smaller,
Prove it.
right? Because he can go into the microverse.
How do you know Inch High Private Eye can't?
Well, he's yet to do it, so we're gonna go with that.
Both classics on USA Cartoon Express.
Yes.
Remember the USA
Oh,
Cartoon
yeah,
Express?
man. I remember when Cartoon Network first came out, and it
yeah.
was Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
Love that cartoon.
Yeah.
You're probably not into cartoons because
Not
you're
at that point.
Yeah.
I like my share of cartoons. I did watch G.I. Joe. That was a good cartoon. You know what I mean? For a toy-based property to take, just a toy, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get people who are like, hey, we're going to make a cartoon out of this, right?
Right.
They did a pretty good job.
I think they did.
You know what I mean? That was a good cartoon. You know what I mean? And I bet, the good folks over at Hasbro were like, hey, this is important. I mean, we're going against Star Wars figures from, Kenner at the time. And they're like, well, this has got to be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember. Was it He-Man that had the first toy
Cartoon?
like the cartoon was already just around the toy itself. I can't remember what that whole history is, but I mean that can make all the difference.
Yeah.
If you think about that, I mean that makes all the difference in the world. If you've got a toy property, right,
Yeah.
and you get a really good cartoon around it, really good cartoon.
Well, and
which we'll have to do a whole He-Man situation. I don't know if there's He-Man Legos or something.
do you think he lifts?
Do you even lift, bro? Do you even lift, bro?
Do you like do preacher curls? Sorry.
Preacher curls. Maybe we'll get you like one of those He-Man wigs for the thing, so we can do like a whole.
I get like a He-Man shirt, right? Showing off my guns, right?
The gun show. We don't want to scare the kids.
Yeah. Welcome to the gun show. All right, guys.
All right, fine. I want to ask my question.
Oh no, go ahead. Ask your question. Go ahead.
End the show.
I was going to wrap it up, but that is the way to do it. Definitely. Thank you, guys. We'll see you later.